I'm here, InfoSec 2024 with Ken Rutsky from Aryaka. Hi Ken, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, it's great to be here.
So, Aryaka, what do you do and what problems are you trying to solve here?
Well, so we're a provider of what we call Unified Secure Access Service Edge, or SASE, as a service.
Yeah.
Our customers need to deliver secure and high-performance applications across their clouds, their entire infrastructures globally, and that's what we help them do.
That's cool, and that kind of is interesting, because I was going to ask you around that, is a lot of people talking about integrating into different tools and technologies.
Right.
You know, is that important? Do we really need to integrate these things, or can we just buy the right tools and log into them as
I think the answer is yes, right? So we have an integrated architecture we call Unified, right?
Yeah.
Which provides that entire stack of security and networking for those applications. However, we also realize we don't live in a silo, right?
Yeah.
So we integrate with things like your security, or SIM, your security information management systems, your SOC operations. So we have integrations into those, but we have a platform that delivers our value and then integrates with the other things in the ecosystem.
So in short, you play nicely with others, but you also bring definite value.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That is really cool. And I imagine one thing with SASE is, the move from on-premise working to remote working to now going back into hybrid and insider threats and visibility and stuff, a SASE platform. Is there a right balance between privacy and information control and cybersecurity? How do you strike that balance?
I think for too long, security has been a gatekeeper and a policeman, right? And so what our customers really are asking us for is, how do we deliver those applications securely with good privacy, but also with good performance? And we don't think you should have to trade off between security and performance and experience. And so that's what we strive to deliver. For example, our private network, we call our Zero Trust WAN, takes all of your traffic as a customer and keeps it totally private from the first mile to the last mile of the transaction. Yet, we do that in a high performance way.
Okay, so it's kind of taking the best of the old way of doing things and fusing it with a new Zero Trust way of making things better.
And to do that for whether you're in your remote branch, in your headquarters, or working from a coffee shop. Same policy, same execution.
That's great. So what are the threats that we're trying to combat today? What are some of the things you're hearing around what are we trying to stop? What are the bad things we're trying to stop happening?
It's the usual list. Ransomware, cyber attacks from threat actors. And so what really it becomes to is, how do you effectively create and enforce policy across these global networks? And then how do you then apply threat protection against those? So we see the same threats everyone else does, right? And we're building technology that helps you protect against those.
That's really, and the final question really is, so what's worse? Is a data leak worse, or is a data breach worse, or thoughts?
It is, yes, again, right? But I think the interesting thing we see is the world's going to move from data leaks to knowledge leaks. And I think this is going to be a real challenge with things like Gen AI coming to the forefront, because I can't just stop a knowledge leak by stopping a regular expression like I can with a data leak, or say, this is my protected data. Now I've fed that to a large learning language, and I have to worry about the knowledge leaking out of the organization. So I think you're going to see a lot of development over the next couple of years on thinking about not how do I stop data from leaking, but how do I keep knowledge from leaking out of the organization.
Rather than hyper-focusing on point solutions, understanding the problem and trying to holistically solve that in a meaningful way, right?
Yeah, when you think about AI, for example, and networked applications, there's really three things. There's access control, there's knowledge leakage, and then there's specific threats to those large language models. So we're working on technology to protect against all three of those things.
Well, that's really interesting. And Ken, thanks for spending the time to chat to me today, and I wish you a great rest of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.